Alright, so today is July 4th, and I just want to make a quick update on how everything is going. I just don't like the quality of this camera. So much better. So, anyways, I just want to make a quick update, and it is July 4th, so if you hear things going off in the background, I apologize. It's going to be a little bit of a nuisance, but we're going to power through. I just kind of wanted to give a quick update on the diet. I've had a lot of people ask me how I'm doing, how it's going. It's 4 days in, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and today. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. It's a lot more difficult. I didn't realize how much I thought about food. You know, I know I got myself in this situation by eating food, but I guess I never really thought about how much I thought about food. And I'm just being honest here. You know, I don't think anybody realizes how much they think about food. And the reality of the situation is to me that, you know, I'm used to eating as much as I want or whatever I want whenever I want. So now the fact that I'm on this kind of guided meal, this guided circuit of what I have to eat, it's difficult. You know, I have my last meal, my last snack about 8:30 at night usually, and then I don't get anything the rest of the night, which isn't bad, but when I'm not eating what I'm used to eating or as much as I'm used to eating, I'm so hungry. So hungry. And I know that with time it's going to get better, and I know that this is just my fourth day on this diet, but I think about food so much. And it's so funny, like I never thought about it. You know, I got on Facebook earlier and I scrolled past 3 videos of how to make food, and there were like 5 different ads for Papa John's, and it's like food is everywhere. And I know that, you know, people who are my size, we get ourselves in this situation. Now, I'm not going to say that, you know, it's McDonald's fault or Burger King's fault that we're the way we are, but, you know, when you have that advertising thrown in your face, and it's not just Facebook, because Facebook in the grand scheme is relatively new, but, you know, the advertisements growing up and the things in the magazines, you don't really think about that. But now that I'm actually being super cautious or conscientious, I can't fucking talk, about what I'm eating, it is so goddamn hard to do this. But I didn't come this far into in the saga of having this surgery. You know, between starting this last October and then being denied for surgery and then being approved for surgery, I didn't come this far to give up. I didn't come this far to fail. So, it's hard. You know, the past 4 days at work, we've had different meals provided for us. We had pizza one day, then we had wings and sandwiches another day, and then today we had a cookout at work where we brought in George Foreman grills and made burgers and hot dogs for like a 4th of July cookout. And it was so hard because when those burgers were cooking, like you could smell it throughout my entire office. But I powered through, and I'm so very thankful that I do have the coworkers that I have because they're so amazing. And I don't think if it wasn't for them, and my friends are great, my family's great, but I see my coworkers way more than I see anybody else. And if it wasn't for the support that I'm getting from my coworkers, I don't think I would be able to do it. I don't think I'd be strong enough to do it. So I'm very thankful for having the people I work with, which are kind of like an extension of my family. So the point of this rambling video is it's hard. Don't let anybody tell you it's not that bad. It's not that difficult. It's fucking hard. It's really hard. It's not, you don't, maybe it's not hard for you. Maybe it's not as difficult for you if you have to do this. But it's not fun. But just stick with it. And I know my first video I made, and I was like, I got this. Just do it. It's shitty. It's really shitty. It really is. And I don't know. I don't really have much else I can say other than just stick with it. I'm day 4, and it's a struggle. But week 5 will make it all worth it. And when I go to the hospital in the morning for surgery, that's going to make all this worth it. So, to give my plan again of what I'm doing, this is, if you didn't watch the first video and this is your first video you're watching, what I'm doing is I'm on a supplement diet, basically. So 5 times a day, I have to have a food supplement. So I bought a program which has soups, which is like a powdered soup. And it's actually not bad. It's actually really good. Then I have these bars, which are kind of like, they taste like protein bars to me. It's a little dense. It's a little thick, but it's not bad. It does taste, it reminds me a lot of a protein bar, which essentially is what it is. What I'm basically doing is kind of the keto diet without the high fat. So I'm basically on a keto diet with no carbs, high protein. You know, that's basically what I'm doing. So then okay, so my plan, this is my day, how my days have. So when I first come into work, I have my bar. My first break of the day, which is 2 hours after my initial coming in, I have a shake. For lunch, I have my soup. My second break of the day, which is 2 hours after my lunch, I have my shake. So that puts me at 4 supplements so far. Now, at this point, I go home. So when I get home, I get to have a meal. And you can have this meal at any point during the day. I choose to have it for dinner. I like having something to look forward to when I come home at night. So you get 4 ounces of protein, a cup of veg, so a cup of vegetables, and a cup of fruit, and a fat. So what I did was I went to the store and I bought a bag of salmon, which comes in the perfectly pouched 4-ounce bundles already. So, and I also got a bunch of asparagus and I got some broccoli. So I cook my asparagus, and then when I cook my salmon, I use a tablespoon of oil, which is my fat, to cook the salmon, but I mix in a little bit of water, so it's kind of like a steam. It's not fried, it's just more steamed. And I put it all on my plate, and then for my fruit, I've had blueberries, I did strawberries one night, and the past 2 nights I've had apple. I find that the apple has a little bit more weight to it, so it makes me feel like I'm full. And then after that, I have my final meal of the evening, which is usually about 8:30, which is my last shake. One night I did have a bar. I don't know if I'm supposed to have 2 bars in one day. I guess we'll find out. That's the diet. That's the pre-surgery diet. It's going okay. It's going well. For me personally, I'm sticking to it. It sucks, and I hate it, and I'm hungry, and I obsess over food, and I think about food way more than I probably should, but I'm doing it. So, and everyone keeps saying how strong I am. I don't find myself to be a strong person. I've said this before. I've never found myself to be a strong person. I see myself as a weak person thrown into situations where I have to be strong or I sink. So, that's how I view myself. But anyways, if you have any questions about the diet or anything that I'm doing, if you're wanting to do the surgery and you want to know more about what I did, please feel free to ask. I never mind going over how much things cost. I never mind going over what I've eaten. I never mind going over anything. I'm an open book. Please ask me anything because I know how difficult it can be to decide to do this journey. So please, by all means, leave a comment. Definitely like, subscribe, whatever you'd like to do. Let me know that you enjoy this video. I'm going to update some more. Oh, Friday. I go on Friday to get my endoscopy done, so I'm going to try to get some footage of that. My sister will be taking me, so I can't drive that day, but that should be entertaining. So things are going so fast, and it's awesome, and I have a meeting on Thursday, so I had to take the day off of work, which is fine, because this is totally worth it. And again, my work has been so amazing working with me and helping me get days off, and everybody's been so supportive. I can ask for a better job, but I'm going to stop gushing because this is not, hey, I love my job video. This is an update on my bypass video. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys are all safe on the 4th, and you make smart choices.